Hi everyone, I'm Pat Prokop, and this is Tuesday. It looks like a rainy day coming in for Wednesday, more so perhaps a stormy day. So let's take a look and see what's going on. Right now, there is a system developing over here in the southern plains, all the way down into the northern portions of Mexico, and mostly in Texas and into Louisiana. Let's take a look at the infrared view of the satellite imagery here, and it shows you a little bit more of what's going on. So looking at the enhanced satellite view of the infrared, it shows very strong thunderstorms developing across eastern Texas into Arkansas and approaching western portions of Louisiana. For us, though, at the moment, we're still under clear weather conditions, and this will remain throughout the afternoon hours on Tuesday. But by Wednesday, this system is going to be moving eastward. Let's take a look. First of all, at the National Weather Service watches and warnings, there's a lot going on right now. This brown area here, including central and western Georgia into central South Carolina, is a high wind warning. It's going to get windy throughout the day tomorrow as this system approaches. And over here in the southern plains, across the northwest portions of Texas, Texas Panhandle, throughout Oklahoma, and then moving across the Ozarks into Illinois, Indiana, extreme western portion of the Ohio area is a winter storm warning. They're going to get a lot of snow, about a half foot to a foot of snow possible out of this system. And the blue to purple area here, that is a winter storm watch in effect for those areas, but not for us. Right now, though, we're looking at the potential for thunderstorm activity in our area for tomorrow. Now, looking at the Severe Storm Forecast Center's outlook, the Storm Prediction Center shows an enhanced risk for thunderstorms and possibly even tornadoes across portions of the Louisiana into Mississippi and Alabama. But then for tomorrow, expect to see this system to advance eastward, put central and eastern Georgia and a good chunk of South Carolina and the northern portions of Florida into the chance for severe thunderstorm activity, mostly in the form of wind damage potential for that. Not so much tornado threat, but wind damage, yes, and hail, no damage expected from hail. So it looks like a wind event with these thunderstorms coming on in. So let's take a look at the, first of all, the forecast model. Shows this enhanced system of the storms developing across eastern Texas into Louisiana and will be moving northeastward with the snow moving along with it across the Ozarks into the lower Great Lakes states with moderate to heavy snows across central and northern Indiana going into Ohio. And there you can see a line of thunderstorms developing across portions of the southeast, including Georgia and South Carolina. And that'll be advancing into our area, and then by sunset moving off the coast, or shortly after sunset, and that whole system moves off away. But let's take a closer look at the high resolution model for our area, and there the system is at sunset today on Tuesday, and then throughout the morning hours on Wednesday advances eastward, and then by sunrise should be moving into western Georgia and then approaching the northwest tip of South Carolina and moving across the northern portion of the panhandle of Florida. And then by early afternoon to mid-afternoon, there is 1 o'clock afternoon, that line of thunderstorms will be advancing into our area. And that's the time when the threat for severe weather is basically at its highest, between 1 o'clock and 5 o'clock in the afternoon this time of the year. And then that storm system line of thunderstorms moves right over the coastal areas of Georgia into South Carolina. This includes Hilton Head, Savannah, Brunswick, has just passed through the Statesboro, Hinesville area. And then by 6 o'clock, right here, the storm is basically moved out to sea with some residual rains falling behind it. Then clearing weather conditions will follow. Now, let's take a look at the continuation of the forecast. And this system will pass through tomorrow, and then some colder air will move in behind it with temperatures right around freezing for the overnight lows to the middle 30s. But then high pressure moves into the region for Friday and Saturday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, basically with fair weather. But then another rain system starts advancing and moving into the area throughout the day on Sunday with an increase in clouds and rain chance Sunday night going into Monday. And then behind that, another rain system begins to take shape, and that'll be moving into our area Wednesday of next week. And then behind that, yet another rain system is expected to develop, and that'll be moving into our area from the southwest on the following Sunday. This is February 5th. So we're moving along with some rainy weather periods, and there's another one coming in February 7th. So it looks like it's going to be rain, a lot of rain across our area, as a matter of fact, but it looks like it's going to remain liquid, not any frozen precipitation around here. So let's take a look at the potential forecast of rain amounts across our area. We're not going to see too much. Going into the precision forecast data on my website, savannahpat.name. This is from the National Weather Service precise forecast data. And looking at the rain forecast, we're not seeing all that much. It's going to be somewhat fast moving, but the rains, when they come, they'll be brief and hard. But the issue with this will be some strong gusty winds, perhaps up to 60 miles an hour, perhaps. Keep that in mind. We may go under a severe thunderstorm watch tomorrow. On Wednesday, or potentially even a tornado watch, but looks like the threat would be more for winds. And those rain totals are about a ½ inch to 3/4 of an inch across the greater Savannah area, across a large portion of southeast Georgia. You're seeing those same things. You can look at this on my website, savannahpat.name, and then over into South Carolina, Hilton Head area, about a ½ inch as well. So, about the same. Now, let's go back and look at the winds associated with this. And the winds will be quite strong, gusting from 25 to 30 miles per hour throughout the day on Wednesday. And from the late morning throughout the afternoon into the early evening hours, it'll be quite windy and could be super windy during that line of thunderstorms as that passes on through. We could see some perhaps gust up to 60 miles per hour, so keep that in mind. And basically the same thing for South Carolina, Bluffton, Hilton Head, and Beaufort, going over into Hardeeville, Hampton, Ridgeland. Now, let's take a look at the temperature behind this system, and it looks like we're going to be warming into the lower 70s to middle 70s throughout the day on Wednesday, tomorrow, but then the cold air moves in behind it. Temperatures dropping only for the mid 50s for the highs, and then warming back into the mid 60s by Sunday and Monday. But look at the lows. We're seeing those lows dropping into the low to middle 30s Friday morning and Saturday morning. We're going to see potential frosting in our area. And then just about everybody else, the same thing. A little bit warmer into the coastal areas of South Carolina. Now, let's go back and look at the what else is coming. And, well, that's it for the weather. I want to show you one other thing, though. What else is coming is a comet. A comet is up in the sky. Now, you can't see it with your eyes, but if you do use a telescope or binoculars, you should be able to see it. And there it is. This is the picture I took on Tuesday morning at 5:45. And this is comet, what's called C 2022 E3 ZTF, Zwicky Transient Facility. They're the ones who found it, so they get to name it. But there you can see the core of the comet. Now, the comet is actually moving like this direction here. But it's going to be closest to the Earth by about 25 million miles. That's quite a distance, considering the Moon at its closest is 216,000. So 25 million miles away. It's far enough away. It won't cause any issues. But the comet in the sky will be closest to our Earth, us, on February 1st. So keep that in mind. It'll be high up in the northern sky around the North Star Polaris. So it'll be up in the sky if you want to try to look at it with your binoculars. Anyway, keep an eye on the weather, because we could see some intense thunderstorms throughout the day on Wednesday, particularly mid to late afternoon. So keep watching right here on my YouTube channel, Pat's Weather and Nature page. Thanks for watching.